Welcome to the Church Sound Podcast, where kingdom culture, real life, and technology intersect. I'm your host, Prentice Thompson, along with the pastor, Caleb Winley. We're here to help you get through Sunday. Did you hear the pastor? What about your live streams, social media? We provide solid solutions for all of your multimedia needs. Let's learn something today. Let's go. Yes. Welcome to another edition of the Church Sound Podcast, episode number 66. I am your humble host, Mr. Prentice Thompson, along with the good pastor.
What's going on, yo? How y'all doing? Yeah, let's get it.
I forgot his name. He was for the good pastor, Caleb Winley in the building.
Yeah.
A lot of assumption going on there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Everybody knows me. I got to make sure I put my name big.
Yeah. Do that. Neon lights. Welcome to episode number 66.
Yeah.
So glad you took the time to join us today. Picked up a lot of new listeners across the globe. So those of you who decided to enter into this journey with us, we really appreciate your time. We really appreciate just the fact that you deemed us worthy of your time. So if you're listening to us in your car, on the train, on the bus, you're in the gym, wherever you are, we want to say thank you. We really
thank you, seriously. Yeah,
really appreciate you from this. Started this endeavor a little over a year ago, and more like 15 months ago.
Yeah.
And it's been a labor of love. Yeah. Putting in those late night hours and early mornings.
Yeah.
Just make sure you guys get the show on time. We just want to say we do this for you and for the glory of God as always first. So today's topic is a regular topic that kind of dropped on me when I was making my my early morning sandwich, because I'm the vegan around here, and my breakfast sandwich is I replaced with my bacon, egg, and cheeses, avocado, red onions, vegan cheese, a wrap, and tomato. So So that is my breakfast. That is my bacon, egg, and cheese substitute. Along with
I feel you.
With a nice cup of Earl Grey with a spot of cream.
A spot of
cream, no sugar.
Really?
So yes. It keeps me looking rather marvelous. You know what I'm saying? It goes looking on YouTube. You said the boy Purdy.
Yeah. You're holding it down, man.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your comments.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so it kind of dropped in my spirit, and I was like, really, Lord? So we going to do self-evaluation here? Because those of you who don't know, because you probably don't know, I'm the aggressive one. I'm the aggressive one. And me and my brother here found out a lot about each other when we started in this endeavor, learning each other, and learning our strengths and our weaknesses, learning how to deal with each other.
Right.
So I know that if you've never dealt with an aggressive person, it could be daunting, because
jarring.
Because it's like, how do I take this information? And and it's all part of the process of learning people, one thing, and then learning the pressures of the moment and how to deal with it. So, we all know that Sunday is a pressure cooker. Sunday is Christmas 52 times a year. So it comes with a certain level of energy. It comes with a certain pressure that comes with, especially if you're working in the AV ministry. Working through that and understanding. I think maybe about 6 months ago, we dealt with how to deal with a passive leader, and sometimes that could be more challenging than dealing with an aggressive leader.
It is.
So
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna dive into that, and we hopefully you're blessed by it. It's like I said, this is more of an interview than anything.
Yeah,
it's more of an interview than anything. But anyway, we hope you glean from it. Let's pay some bills. First of all, let's talk about our sponsor, Metro Podcast Studio, the hottest podcast studio in New York City. If you have a podcast, you're looking for quality recording space, quality recording, remote recording, video recording, live streaming on multiple platforms, and a beautiful place to record at, hit them up, metropodcaststudio.com. That's metropodcaststudio.com for all of your podcasting needs. So, before we get into it, what do we do every week, sir?
We do. Come on, man. You forgot what we do every week?
No, I want you to tell the people what we do.
I hope my brother's not getting old on me.
No, because I got I think you should probably introduce it.
Bro, I think what we need to do is just let the people know that for those that are just joining us for the first time, what we do every single week is what we call Sunday School. Now, Sunday School are those incredible happenings that we see happen in the church, sometimes funny, sometimes not so funny. And we want to we share them with those that are listening to us or viewing us on YouTube. And so it is right now, that moment, that time for Sunday School. And the man that's dressed for the job.
Yes.
Ready.
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 Camouflage.
That's right. Is my boy, Pete. So, Pete, do your thing, man.
All right. So I got the camouflage. Obviously, I'm in this.
You got it?
Nobody can mechanize me. Nobody can mechanize.
Yes.
Topic number one is my two topic one and number one. Buzz Ola.
Buzz Ola. Okay. Buzz Ola. Oh. All right.
Topic number two. Yes, sir. No, ma'am.
Yes, sir. No, ma'am. Buzz Ola. Okay.
Topic number three.
The
house on Front Street.
House on Front Street.
Yeah. Buzz Ola. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. The house on Front Street.
Okay. Yeah, Buzz Ola is kind of leaping out to me, but nah. I think I want to do the house on Front Street. Yeah. For $49.95.
Yeah, house on Front Street, the nightmare on Front Street. Okay, there we go. All right, so I can't name the place because it'll give it away, but I'll say the state. It was in the state of Virginia.
Okay.
And a friend of mine was working at a community center.
Okay.
And he had just got the position, and he was like in charge of events.
Oh, wow.
So he was in charge of events, and he was putting together all these events. And when he got the position, he all of these community events, because it would be governor, mayor, city official, and people always complain about how bad the sound was, like really bad. And he was like, and before he got there, he said, I hope you had some experience in this. So, he brought me in and said, yo, come check this out. And
sure.
And so they had this event. And the guy that was over this whole the audio reinforcement or the sound reinforcement for every event was the boyfriend of the director. So she pretty much gave him a job.
Oh, exactly.
Gave him a job.
Exactly. Try to get that extra paycheck.
Right. Help him out.
Help him out.
But he carried it like he was Jordan. Like Jordan, and Jordan in '92, like,
Word.
you know, he would walk in like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm blah, 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 blah. You know, I do the sound around here.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, this is, you know, I just want to let you know, so this way you understand. Yeah, this, you know, carry that he would be dressed with his hair on. I'm looking. Okay, all right. So Dad ordered all of this new equipment. Now, my boy who orders the equipment, he's a sound guy.
Okay.
I'm a sound guy.
Sure.
So me and him go together on what they should get.
Right.
You should get this, don't get this, get that. Because they had all of this cheap audio equipment. I'm talking like...
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
They had 16 channels of Voco Pro wireless system.
Wow.
I mean...
They were splurging.
Bad, really bad. So he took care of all of that. He got rid of all of that cheap audio stuff. Got in some Shure SLX systems, and he got some QSC tops and got some, you know, some JBL subs and some RCF subs. Tight sounding system. Tight sounding system. Tuned it up, tuned the room up, got everything sounding good. And then, you know, it wouldn't stay up, so we'll be kind of like mobile. Pack it up. Everything was in racks.
Okay.
Roll it off, and when the event comes, roll it out, pop it out, run your cables.
Right.
No time.
Right.
So he left the equipment and said, okay, listen, we're gonna have this event. Here's a new gear. You know what to do. And he's like, this is bulletproof. All you got to do is roll it out, plug it up, cut it on, test signal. We tuned all the wireless systems. Everything is ready to go.
Sure. Right.
So normally, those of you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what happens is when you are doing sound, you're facing the stage, right? You're looking at the stage so you can be aware of where the, you know, so you can hear the speakers, one, and you can react to what's on the stage. Okay, front of house.
Yeah.
So when the event came, we realized why everything was sounding horrible all the time. So I want you to imagine that where I'm sitting is the tip of the stage. This is the stage. We walk in.
Right.
He has the mixer at the front of the stage, against the stage. He had the mixer and everything at the front of the stage. Literally, like this. Like the stage is here. Those of you looking on YouTube, the stage is right in front of you. And he's here. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And
where do they get these guys?
And I'm like, you know, you can imagine the look on my face. And I'm like, and this guy is acting like he did something. He got the speakers turned towards him so he could hear it. Dude, you can't make this up.
Wow.
You cannot make this up. He was literally at the front of the stage. Front of house. The house on Front Street.
Oh my God. All I could see, when you were saying that, was that brother from Coming to America. The Soul Glue. When he walked in the room, he was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's exactly how. And he's while doing the event, he thought he was doing his thing. It's
How?
horrible. When you don't know better, and and you don't know better, and you think this is how it's supposed to be done because that's what you thought.
Sure. That's horrible.
Yeah. So there you have it. There you have it.
Front of house.
Sunday school.
Sunday school for sure.
Sunday school. So let's dig into our topic: how to deal with an aggressive leader. How to deal with an aggressive leader. Now, the first thing I can say is that I'm an aggressive leader.
Okay.
And in my journeys of, the one thing I could say about leadership is like leaders are born. You can develop leadership skills, but for people to follow you, you have to be born a leader. And we're all leaders in some regards. So I don't want you to think that because you're not a type of leader, that means you're not a leader. But I knew very, very early in life that I was a leader because I can get people to follow me.
Okay.
And people would follow me because of my vision of what I wanted to do. And I could paint the picture. I could paint the picture of what I saw, and I could paint it so that people fall into place as far as the vision, no matter what it was.
Okay.
So what I've learned over my time as just being on the planet and being in leadership positions is that if you don't check your aggressiveness, you can rub people the wrong way and you will get nothing out of people. If you don't understand how to communicate better. And that's what I learned. I learned how to communicate better. I didn't turn it off. I just learned how to do it better. Now, are there times when I screw up? Yeah. There's times I go overboard? Yeah, there's times. When I recognize it, I apologize for it. I rectify it and I learn from it. But that comes with time. So this is more of because you're the person that had to deal with an aggressive leader.
Not just you.
Not just me, but I'm just talking about not just me, but you probably didn't know that about me.
No.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. Not out the gate. No.
No, you didn't know that about me. You just knew that I was driven. Like you knew I was driven. You didn't know what came along with that.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'll allow you to speak to that.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is true because when we first began to talk and build, and so I'll say, okay, we're gonna do this, we'll do the show. I'm like, all right, we'll rock out the show, but still deep down inside, I'm still kind of struggling with my responsibility in it. And then when I finally say, okay, we're going to do it, and I step over the rope and I go into Princess Land. And it was like, whoa. See, because I also, before you, there was my ex-wife who was just like you, very much, but more aggressive because of control. You know what I'm saying? Some people use aggression to control the other individual. And then I had a leader that was very aggressive. Same thing, wanting to control. So I had to, when I came in and you was like, okay, hold on, I was like, whoa, here we go again. And I had to really allow the Holy Spirit to tell me, no, this is not that. This is not him trying to control you. This is him trying to help you to get yourself in position. And I think that was something for me having to learn that although your words may come, not that you're yelling at me, but you're passionate. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? And for me, my passion is different. My passion is like, I get out there and I get it done. Your passion is like, yo, I need this, don't give me, you know, I'll be like, oh, okay. I mean, say, yo, don't give me excuses, come to me with solutions. And I was like, dang, bro, that was harsh. But then, the funny, this is gonna make you laugh. So the funny thing happens is like maybe 2 months as I've gotten into the groove of saying, okay, yeah, this is how you're supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be just excuse after excuse after excuse and things not getting done. That's not the type, you're not looking for that. You're looking for, okay, we've got an agenda, we've got a circumstance and a situation that we got to deal with. Let's get this stuff done. I found myself doing the same thing to my boss. Wow. And it was crazy. I was like, yo, he said something to me. I said, look, do me a favor. Don't come to me with the problems and the excuses. Give me the solution. How can I help you? And I realized, like, wait a minute. This dude is rubbing off on me. So it's one thing I'll say about you, because I've been in those other scenarios where the aggression was, I'm going to tower over you. I'm going to press on you to get you to go where I want you to go. I know you don't want to go there. And I even know that this is against your will. And I'm going to press. When I really sat back and took the time to look at it, I said, wait a minute, that's not what he's doing. We're both trying to get somewhere. And if one person is the visionary, the other person, that myself, has to come into alignment and agreement so that way we can reach the goal and do what God has called us to do. And so, man, and, aggressive, yes, but not aggressive to the place where you want to hinder me at just to get your end result done. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it was at all. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's good, bro.
I think the those of you, if you're dealing with an aggressive leader, and there's a couple of things you need to look at. Or if you are you have an aggressive personality, like my brother, like my younger brother has you think I'm aggressive? He's he off the beat rat, bro.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, Pastor JT, if you listening, you know I'm talking about you. Man, listen, my brother is alpha. Okay. Alpha.
Okay.
And I'm probably the only one. No, I can't say the only, a handful,
right,
that can like check.
Right. Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Just as big brother status. Like I have respect as big brother, but the difference, I think, if you're an aggressive leader or if you're dealing with an aggressive leader, the key thing to walk away with is this: is bitterness. What you can't be is bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't build if you're bitter.
Sure.
So, it's nothing wrong with being aggressive. It's how and why.
Right.
It's how and why. If you're an aggressive leader, it's because you have an agenda, you have a way that you communicate. I've been in offices because I've been in the music business, and you don't know nothing about aggression until you dealt with a guy named Puff.
Right.
No, you don't. You have no idea. You have no idea. He's that way. He got that. He's that way, and he gets results. And he's an aggressive, but he puts that work in, and that is the difference. So
yeah.
And when you're younger, you just go. When you understand your role, that you're being a leader, is that you have a goal and agenda in mind,
Right.
Can't be is bitter, because when you bring bitter in, then you start to demean, start to disregard, start to disrespect. You start bringing in rage and anger and slander and malice into the mix of your aggression. You can't build with that. You can't build anybody up with that.
Right.
You can disrobe somebody you can disrobe them and make them aware of their shortcomings without disrespecting them, without being angry,
or demeaning,
be angry,
right? Or
belittling, be demeaning, or belittling,
right.
You cannot build with bitterness.
Sure.
And a lot of times when you're a leader, you have to ask God, or I'll have a vision of the person you're talking to, because what you want to do is be effective. You don't want to be you don't want them affected. You want them to be effective. So I don't want to poison the person.
Sure.
I'm trying to get it out of you. You know what I mean? As a leader, it's coaching. It's coaching because I could be, if you're a head of an AV team, you have all these people you have to manage.
Right.
These personalities you have to manage. I can't talk to this guy like I talk to this guy.
No, it's not gonna work.
It doesn't work. Right. Now, in a group setting, you can address a group and people can take the information, but you can then there's certain people you need to pull aside.
Right.
There's certain people that you don't need to pull aside. There's certain people that are self motivated, or they have to prove it to me. I'm going to prove it to you. And I'm like, cool. When I get that person, I'm like, oh yeah, I hit the button.
Right.
But I want them to realize you're not proving it to me. You proving it to you.
Right.
Like you can do it.
Right. Exactly.
So being aggressive is a perspective of how you use your words and your actions to get to the goal.
Right.
Because you have a goal. You just can't be aggressive just to be aggressive. That's like dude selling wolf tickets. He just loud. I know you've been around these brothers a lot. I've seen them. They start talking loud because they don't want to fight.
Yep. Right.
They start screaming
exactly
because they don't want to fight.
Right.
They just want to throw wolf tickets to get you to go.
try to take you off your key.
So they can look tough. I remember one time, I'll never forget this. I'm on top of a little bit. I remember this a long time ago. There was this guy in my neighborhood. His name was Ron Green. We called him Bum Ron Green. He was a bully.
Ron Green? Oh man.
Yeah. He was a bully. Like he was a bully. He was the bully's bully. Like the bully was scared of him. He was the bully's bully.
Wow.
And like he would do crazy stuff as a kid. So I remember one time, but he would flex, and then people would, come on, Ron, stop playing, man. Just all that because they didn't want to fight him, or they didn't want no parts of him because he was crazy. And I remember one time I came outside, and a friend of mine said, my friend knocked on my door, says, Johnny, he called him Johnny Wah. He said, Johnny Wah is fighting Ron. And I ran downstairs, and Johnny was whipping his behind. I mean, the most unorthodox fighting stance I've ever seen in my life. the most unorthodox. He was whipping his behind up and down the block.
Wow.
The next day, nobody was afraid of Ron.
Oh yeah.
Nobody was afraid of him. So what you don't want to do is not have the backup of your words. Not meaning fighting. I mean just in the stability of what you stand for. So being angry and aggressive for no reason is a waste of energy.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's a waste of energy.
Yeah.
So if it's I've dealt with aggressive pastors, I've dealt with aggressive leaders, I've dealt with people who are aggressive in the bad way and in the wrong way, and I've dealt with people who are aggressive in the right way. I always mention, my mentor, Dr. Jonas Parrott. She was aggressive. Man, listen. She was aggressive.
Wow.
Aggressive. She was about 5'2", and she was not the one. She was not the one.
Wow.
She was not the one. She was the executive pastor, and she had every T crossed, every I dotted. Put it like this. If you had a meeting with her, it was no longer than 15 minutes. If you can't get your point out in 15 minutes, she doesn't have time for you. She's not going to meet with you for an hour. She has 15 minutes. And it's on the calendar. That's why you see how I get down with the calendar.
Yeah.
And you got 15 minutes. And when you step into her office, you better be ready to talk.
That's awesome.
You have 15 minutes. I don't have all day. I have plenty of things to do. You're on my calendar. If you say, I need to meet with you, you talk to her secretary. I need to meet with Dr. Parrott. When do you have over? It may be Monday. She's like Thursday, 3 p.m. On Wednesday, 1 p.m. Not today. Wednesday, 1 p.m. How urgent is this, Prentice? I remember the first time I was just flabbergasted. I was like, I need to meet. She's right. She's right there. She has an agenda for the day. Is this urgent? No, it's not urgent.
Oh my gosh.
Thursday, 1 p.m. What are you talking about? What do you want to discuss with her? Have your agenda and have your points ready.
Right.
So and so what I learned to do was rehearse my meeting. I learned because I knew I needed to make sure I said everything I needed to say so I can get a solid response from her, so I can have an answer for the problem. So I needed an answer to my solution. She was the person that was going to give me my solution. So I could have directives about what I should do about X, Y, Z. Here's my issue. What's going on? This. This is what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? Okay, cool. Do this. Email me. And sometimes a meeting be 5 minutes. It won't be 15. Be 5 minutes. So email me when you have when you've done ding, 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 ding. Okay, and then come down and I'll see you. Okay, all right. She would just go back to work. She's like, okay, I should leave. Not see you later. Like she go back to what she was doing. You're still here? Like, why are you here? We just ended this meeting like 3 seconds ago. Why are you here?
We're done, aren't we?
We're done. So what do you think, what advice would you give to someone who's struggling with an aggressive leader?
I think the same advice that I had to take for myself, the book of Ephesians, because when you think about Ephesians speaks about Paul. Paul was a very aggressive leader. He was aggressive for Christ. You know what I mean? So he didn't hold no punches. He didn't pull back. One of the things he said in Ephesians, I thought about you, this is one time we had a conversation, and this is one of the scriptures that popped out to me. It says, therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, I urge you to walk in a manner worthy of your calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace. There is a body and one Spirit, just as you were called to the one hope and belongs to you all, one Lord, one faith, one baptism. What stood out for me and what I tell any leader, which is something I had to look at, when that leader is delivering whatever they're saying to me, can you still see them in a place of humility? Even with an aggressive conversation, you should still be able to understand that there's gentleness operating underneath it, that they have patience. And the fact that they're talking not down to me, but to me, that means that they're walking alongside me. The Bible says, bearing with one another in love. I'm not the easiest person to get along with. And so because if there's something in me that is causing or is this response is required, I have to look at, wait a minute, this person is taking the time to bring adjustment to my life. I may not like the words, but they're bearing with me in love. If they did, the Bible says, if he chastens those who he loves, or he chastens those who he loves. So when I walked away from one of our conversations, I had to look at the scripture and say, wait a minute, this was gentle, it was humility, it was patient, and he was bearing with my shortcoming, yet he was bearing with it in love. The bonds of peace weren't broken. I didn't walk away feeling used. I didn't walk away feeling abused. When you're dealing with an aggressive leader, you should have the same experience, that you don't walk away feeling like something was taken from you. You're no longer worthy. Your peace has been stolen. You feel agitated. All of that needs to take place in the life of that person as I'm listening to that leader. And when I walk away from that conversation, none of those things that should, like you said earlier, you should know it didn't start in bitterness. And it didn't start because of bitterness. And that the person may be confronting you, but they're not hating you. They're not upset with you. Honestly, they want to see the best in you. So I think a lot of times we have to look for those key points and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, did I? And if you can find that you're not destroyed based upon the conversation that you had or the interaction that the two of you had, you should recognize and understand that that person is for you.
Right.
They're for you. They're not against you. You know, and Paul was one of the roughest leaders. I'm telling you, he was rough in his communication. But the truth of the matter is he was always for the person he was communicating with. And so we got to be able to differentiate when the person is out for my demise and when the person is in for my betterment. You got to be able to, you know what I'm saying? I think that's important.
Right.
You know?
I think a form of leadership is that I look for, I say that I recognize in myself is like when I became a father. And it's a different level of leadership because you have to be the strong voice, and you have to lead by example.
Right.
So your child will learn more from you by watching you.
Right.
He'll learn more from you by what you won't do than what you will do.
Sure.
And how you choose your words. So when I would chastise my son, who's a grown man now, I would say to him all the time, like almost every day, I said, my job is to get the greatness out of you. That's my job. You don't feel that right now.
Sure.
And I would tell him, I was like, when he was, every age he was at, he was 12, you don't understand. I was 12. You don't get it, Dad. It's like, I was 14.
Right.
I can tell you more about 14 than you can. So this is wrong. I'm not putting up with it.
Right.
These are the consequences for your actions. And what he learned is that I'm a man of my word. And if I say something, it's gonna happen.
Sure.
If you did something wrong and there were consequences attached to it, trust and believe I'm not skipping it. Like it's no skip. I'm not sleeping over it and I'm not changing my mind. So that the next time you go to do something stupid,
right,
you know that there's no skating.
Sure.
He said on Thursday, this is going to happen. Now, when I can't do something, when something can't transpire, the first thing I do is say, this is not going to happen because it's my fault. This is going to happen. I'm going to make this up to you on this day. So I make sure if I overstep, I apologize. So I knew when my son got a certain age, I had to change how I disciplined him because I saw that I was about to lose him. I saw one time I was about to I lost it one day because he said something crazy to me and I lost it. And I could look in his eyes, he's about to leave me mentally. At that point, I changed how I parented him. I had to change it because I knew that type of aggression was going to work at his age.
Gotcha.
You know, even though he couldn't whip my behind, and that wasn't going to happen, but losing your kid mentally is because he's there, but he ain't there.
Right.
He can tell you the moment because I remember the moment. I was like, okay, cool, I got to change, and I changed how I disciplined him. I still was aggressive, but I changed how I did it. So it's the same thing with leadership. It's learning, be kind, and say the hard thing.
Sure.
It has to be kindness wrapped under the hard thing to say.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the hard thing to say. Like I had to have a hard discussion with, like I own a record company. And one of our artists turned in a record that I thought that wasn't good. They went and shot a video for it, the whole bit.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And I had to sit down with my partner and go, we're not putting this out. This does not meet the standard.
Right.
And my partner was telling me, well, are you going to tell him? I don't have a problem telling him. So I had to have the hard discussion.
Sure.
But I had to wrap it in love and kindness, meaning that I'm trying to push you. I'm trying to build you. I'm not mad at your effort. I'm upset at the result. So that's your effort is there. Let's just find a better. Let's get something good. Because I tell these people all the time, especially music people, just because you did it, don't mean it's good.
Sure.
Just because you baked the cake, don't mean every cake you bake is delicious. You have different levels.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's something like you all know. You got that favorite auntie. She come with some sweet potato pies. It's different.
It's a done deal.
Levels to this.
Yeah.
You see her coming with the pie, you go like, oh yeah, I don't care who pie here.
Right.
We getting a slice of that right there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That right there. So what I say when I say that, I have to say this is that you have to say the hard thing in kindness. There's nothing wrong with saying the hard thing. The mistake you make, especially passive leaders, the mistake you make is not saying it.
Right.
The mistake you make as a father means not keeping your word about chastising, about discipline. That's the mistake you made. Not putting the pressure on. That's the mistake you make.
Sure.
Once your kids, once your staff, once your team realize that you're not going to do what you say, they're going to do exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. If you don't believe me, look at a 2-year-old.
Yep.
Look at a 2-year-old. Get down. No. Get down. No. That's their favorite word. Get down. No. Come here. Sit down. Juice. No. You want? No. That's human nature.
Sure. Yeah.
Train up a child where it should go, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Train your team where it should go. How about that?
Yeah.
How about train your team where it should go?
Sure.
So how do you deal with an aggressive leader? You look for the heart of the leader. You say, is what this person's saying right?
Right.
Is it instruction to build me? Is it an instruction to make me better? Is it an instruction to make me stronger without this person? Is it an instruction to help me glean from the knowledge that I don't have? Is it an instruction to push me further down the road for my own, using my own gifts and talents?
Right. Yeah.
That's what an aggressive leader should be doing.
Right.
Not for the sake of, I got a position. And we've seen those in churches.
Yeah.
I got a position, so I'm going to be a boss because this is the only place in the world people are going to listen to me. My wife don't listen to me, but here I'm the head usher. Sit over there. Sit down and be quiet. You're going to sit there. You're going to sit here because I said so. If you go to your house, you can't sit where you want in your house.
Right.
So you have those people. And that right there, that type of leadership is wrapped in bitterness.
Yeah.
Low self-esteem.
Exactly.
So if you're an aggressive leader and you have those tendencies, you need to go to God so he can remove those things from you. So you can remove the bitterness so you can build people. Everything should be goal-oriented.
Yeah.
It's good with bad. It's do's and don'ts.
Right.
You have to figure out your style of leadership and be able to, because you're trying to relate information. That's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to relate information because we see what you don't see. That's really what it is. Yeah. I see what you don't see. You need to do this. I see what you don't see. Because if you don't do this, I would tell people, especially my young dudes, and I bring them on certain things. If I see you fumble this, if I see you can't get somewhere on time, I'm not going to bring you in on nothing. If I tell you 9 o'clock and you show up at 9 o'clock, I'm not calling you again. I'll pay you, but I'm not calling you again. And if I say, okay, cool, he don't know, let me sit down and talk to this person. If I sit you down, I say, listen, 9 o'clock is 8:45. 9 o'clock is not 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is 8:45. If I say 8:45, it's 8:30, 8:15.
Right.
That's what it is. All right. So the next time you got to be here on this at this time. I would get people that would come to my studio an hour late, and I would act like I'm not there. I can hear them outside. No, you're not going to waste my time. I got plenty of things to do. So I say all that to say this is that building people up in a form of aggression is great. Using your aggression for a form of bitterness, of rage, of self-reliance, to build your own self up, build your own ego up, is the worst thing you could possibly do. And you're going to lose everybody on your team.
Going to destroy them. Yeah.
And you're going to look around, you're going to be the only person standing
there. Yeah. Doing all the work. Because you done killed everybody.
Because you done killed everybody.
That's right. They gone.
Right. You done killed everybody.
I think you said something that was dope, bro. You said when you related to train up every child, you have to, train up your child in the way in which it would go. That aggressive leader has to train up his tongue in the way in which he speaks. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure, okay, yes, this is a hard word, but this is a hard word backed by grace, backed by growth. I need them to get somewhere, to go somewhere. If you're not doing that, like you said, you're going to be alone. Straight up, you're going to be alone. And the pastor's going to be like, why are you doing everything?
Right, where's everybody at?
Exactly. Because what makes you a leader is who follows you.
Exactly. Not just your tail.
Right. Right.
Not just your own tail.
So true.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs of all ages. I hope you glean from this topic. I hope you learn something about being an aggressive leader. And it's okay to be aggressive, but you have to learn to be aggressive in the right way. And if you're a person who is struggling with their own self-worth, if you're struggling with your own sense of bitterness and your own sense of self-esteem, you need to check yourself before you become a leader. Or if you're dealing with that, you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You have to deal with it. And if you're someone who is dealing with an aggressive leader who has those issues, you should pray for them. If you're dealing with an aggressive leader who has those good tendencies that you probably didn't realize they were good, then you should pray for yourself and pray that you're able to receive. Because at the end of the day, when a person gets offended, the first thing that cuts off is their ears.
Yeah.
They can't hear nothing. They hear everything in reverse. You can say the sky's blue. No, it's perfect. You say, could you pick up that up? Why are you saying that to me? I had to say, pick the cable up. Can you pick the cable up? You're being automatically their emotions and offense. So if you're easily offended, we'll talk about that too. We should probably have another topic about being easily offended. Because that's, man, you want the devil to take you on a trip? Be offended.
Yeah.
He will take you down. He will take you down the back roads of whatever, just to lead you away from your greatness. So
right.
We'll get to that later. But look at the entire picture of the aggressive leader, and you will see that you have a great leader who happens to be aggressive. Take away the information.
Yeah,
understanding that the person has a great heart, and that person is there for you. Then you have someone worth your time.
Right.
And you'll probably learn more than you think.
Yeah. And what's their intentions? You know what I'm saying? If you roll with somebody long enough, you get to find and understand that their intentions are not to harm me, but to make me better. You know what I'm saying? So like when I roll my boy, we've been doing this for a minute. And I know his intentions are to make me better. You know, and I'm all right with it. You know what I'm saying? So when the hard words come, I'll be like, yo, bring it on, bro. Bring it on. I need to hear it.
It wasn't like that in the beginning.
You know what I'm saying? No, it was not. It was like crawl under a daggone rock. I don't want to hear it. I won't get angry. I won't tell my wife. You call the Goon Squad. It's about to be on. It wasn't. But you know what I'm saying? I had to learn the intent of your words. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. When you get somebody that's in your corner with you, even if they're aggressive, stay with them. Stay with them. Because you're going to be better for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know.
All right, so we got 30 seconds to go on. We got a special guest. Let me go get our special guest. Let me go get our special guest.
Special guest coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know who's coming, but I do know who's coming. I'm not going to blow it up for you, all right? So I hope this has been an incredible lesson, podcast. You know, just remember that, man. You know, flow their words through the scriptures, man. You know, because the scriptures is the ones that's going to really be able to get you to where God wants you to be, and going to give you that heart to hear with the wisdom of God. You know, in the scripture I talked about earlier was Ephesians 4, 1. You can read the entire chapter. Ephesians 4, 1. What the heck? It's
look
my
out there, boy.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah.
How you doing there?
Yeah, man, it's almost basketball season, boy. Almost basketball season. Almost basketball.
You're right.
Man, what I say, I got that thing right. Age News.
Yeah.
Got that thing Age News, boy.
I see you got it.
See, I got my neck joint.
I see it.
Yo, what you know about that right there, boy?
I don't know nothing about that.
I got the holy go. I'm a holy roller, boy. What you know about that?
Holy roller.
How you doing there, Pastor Killip?
I'm good, sir. Absolutely good.
God
man.
bless your heart. God
Thank you,
bless
sir.
your
Thank
heart.
you, sir.
May
You
the
too,
Lord
you
reach
too.
down and touch you real good there, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I need that.
Yes, Lord. Let him touch him, Lord. Touch him right now.
Yeah.
Put your hand this way. Put your hand this way. Put your hand this way. Put your hand this way.
Woo! Take it.
Right now. I felt that in my shana and moment.
Shana now.
Shut that thing. Oh, yeah.
So, Pastor, are you ready for 30 seconds and gone?
Oh, hold up, man. You done switch that thing up on me, homeboy. You just switch the thing. So hold up, man. Yeah. Watch out now. So you got the questions for me today?
Yeah, we put you in the hot seat.
Shoot, man.
You in a hot seat
almost
today,
custody.
brother.
Almost custody, boy. Almost custody.
No more custody now.
Almost custody. All right, you got that 30 second thing?
Think you ready?
I'm ready. 30 seconds. Go, let's do it,
All right.
Yes, Lord.
Let's get with 30 seconds and go.
Yes, Lord.
All right, here's our first question. First question. Where would you rather serve? On the deacon board or the usher board? Where would you rather serve? On the deacon board?
I'm going to say the usher board, boy.
The usher board, really? Why?
I can't say. The things be coming through. Things be coming through.
Hilarious.
Yes, Lord. Come on down, sit right chump.
Don't move.
Don't move. Don't twitch. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Yes, Lord. You're ushering.
So you be a nice.
Oh yeah, I mean
nice
I got that thing down, boy.
Okay. Yep.
I see that. I see the mile away. Oh, I gotta check my spirit. I'm gonna check my spirit. I gotta move. Maybe my see
you in the back.
Yeah, put you back there.
Some people gotta go in the back. It's just what it is.
Some people got that hot breath too. They got that hot breath in the traffic. You can't put them close to the front. The pastor get mad. Be like, where that?
Yeah, make the pastor blink a lot.
Got a rotten tooth in the mouth. Rotten toothless.
Oh Lord. Good Lord.
Ushering, boy. Ushering.
All right.
Call you too much for the
Second question. Bengay or Atlanta King?
I don't like none of that stuff.
Bengay.
No.
Or Atlanta King.
None of
that stuff.
I like that.
That's
BBD.
what I'm talking about.
I like that BBD, boy. I like that BBD.
BBD.
The DBD. You know, the CBD. I like that CBD, boy. You know about that CBD, boy. It's legal now, boy.
Now
I rub it in. I got that on me. I got that CBD, boy. I rubbed it in.
I said, Pastor Brown is not doing that CBD, THC.
Oh no, it's the alphabet. I got that alphabet.
You got the alphabet.
I got that alphabet.
That's what's up.
I don't got that Bengay. It stinks. People can smell you. You say you smell old.
You smell old. That's true. That's very true. Very true. All right, question number 3.
You ain't doing too good today, boy. You ain't doing too good.
Who do you prefer the back, the middle, or the front of the sanctuary?
To do what? What we doing back
there?
We do it in the middle. We do it in the front. Why am I in the butt? Why am I in the front? Why in the back? Why am I back there?
I'm asking you, where would you prefer to sit?
To sit? Oh, to sit down.
Yeah.
It depends on the preacher, boy.
Depends on the preacher. Somebody want to be in the back so you can get that little nap.
I ain't say that, boy.
No, okay.
It depends on who bringing the word.
Okay.
Some people, they bring the no-dos with them, boy. You need to.
You're right.
They bring the pain, like.
Yeah.
What the? Almost cussed it again. Discussed it again.
So
it depends on who bringing the word. That somebody bring that word, it's middle to the front.
Okay.
If I know, if I see you on that roster, I say who preaching. Lord have mercy. I must go to the bathroom for the rest of the day. Concentrate. Get that there. Concentrate, boy.
Get that concentrate.
Concentrate.
All right. So being that you a Harlemite, my good pastor.
Yes, that's where I'm from. Born and raised.
There it is. I knew that.
7th Avenue. What y'all know about that? Not Adam Clayton Powell.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
You just know about that right now.
So let me ask you a question. Now, this don't get offended. This is just a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who was more corrupt, Al Sharpton or Adam Clayton Powell?
None of them. It wasn't corrupt.
None of them?
No, you know, Al Sharpton not from Harlem.
Well, yeah.
I don't know where you get your facts from, boy. I know, Adam Clayton Powell.
But he do have an office in Harlem.
He got an office in Harlem. I mean, where you from now? Now, Adam Clayton Powell, Jr. named the whole avenue after that.
And so Adam Clayton Powell was...
They named the whole avenue after that boy.
Yeah.
He was at the White House, boy. He had an office.
Okay.
What you talking about now?
Okay.
Everybody crooked in the White House. Just you're talking about. What you talking about? He got a crooked spell.
You're right about that one.
Crooked eye.
You're right about that one. You are right about that.
You know about this.
All right, so here we go. Our last and final question.
Another one? Oh, right.
I got one last one for you. Okay. Now, this is a doozy.
Oh, doozy.
It's a doozy. Probably not. Because you've been around the world. Favorite old school rapper and favorite new school rapper?
My favorite old school rapper. Favorite old school rapper. Say the hip hop, the hip to the hip of the hip hop, you don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie, the hop jump the boogie to the boogie to the boogie to beat. Hey, what you hear is not on tell our rebel to. Yeah, that's my thing right now, boy. See, I told you said, boy, I saw you. You was about to get out there. Oh,
yo, bro, about to jump off.
Now, new school, I don't know what the hell they talking about.
Dude. Oh,
okay. So if I had to pick one, I'd pick two. I'd pick two of my favorite new rappers.
Okay.
They ain't new, but they there. I'll say three. Okay. I'll say that girl Rhapsody.
Okay.
She got them bars. I'll say Kendrick Lamar. And I'll say J. Cole. I'll say J. Cole.
Yeah.
Now, those are that's new as I go. These other jokers, I don't know what they be saying.
Yeah, I don't know what they saying, man. I don't know what they saying.
You don't stop the rock to the bang. Boogie to the boogie to the
Come on now.
Boogie to me. Hey.
Well, Pastor Brown. Yeah. Pastor Brown, you survived my 30 seconds and gone.
That's it, boy.
You sure did. You still alive.
Are you gonna bring me back? We're gonna
bring it back. We're gonna let you headline. We're gonna let you headline, sir. We're gonna let you.
You're gonna bring me up for a whole show one day.
That'd be yeah. We gotta work that one out.
I don't know. I forgot to take that. I'll be ushering.
I don't know if we could either.
Boy. I'll be ushering with my CBD. All right, now.
All right, sir. My CBD. Later, sir. Later. Awesome. That was 30 seconds on, y'all. And that was the illustrious, the incredible Pastor Brown. And welcome back. My brother, what's up, man? Where you been at?
I was inside an old man. That's what I was.
Man,
I was inside an old man.
What's the deal?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs of all ages, I hope you had a great time. We had a great time. And we're going to say, like we always say, keep God first in everything you do. And we'll see you next time.
Everything you do.
On the Church sound podcast.
No doubt.
Hip hop, you don't stop.